This was a massive pump in the Apex protocol. Just a pump, not yet a dump. Is there something fundamental going on? Let's have a look at the on-chain data. Let's have a look at the data most people are not looking at. Here is this epic 10x rally. We are currently at $2.41. And Apex is a decentralized exchange. Not any decentralized exchange, but one that's focusing on perpetual futures. There are some things I really like, and there are others I don't like that much. There is real adoption, but there might also be, on top of that, some additional manipulation going on. Now, the documentation and the light paper looks quite solid. There's not too much fluff. There are quite a few technical details and also a variety of products, even a Telegram bot. But here's the first potential gripe. The maximum supply is 1 billion. Currently, only 20% of that is floating, so there's a lot of additional tokens that are going to hit the market at some point. And I wasn't able to find who gets those tokens. It's probably not the stakers, because they only get 13.66% APY. Now, I had a look at the token mint over time. This is the Ethereum-based token. It's already at 1 billion. Here we've got the Arbitrum-based token. So maybe there's a mechanism to bridge over the tokens from Ethereum to Arbitrum. Here we do see an increase. Now, I try to be as objective as possible. I show the good things and the bad things. The token supply isn't so great, but there are some nice things here. For example, this chart over here. This is the total value locked of the Apex protocol. So more and more capital is flowing into the application. We also see a ton of trading volume recently. We also see that the liquidity is increasing. And of course, since decentralized perpetual futures is a main product, we also see trading increases, volume increases over here. So there's real adoption happening, but that adoption was rather gradual. Where does this sudden spike, this sudden 10x come from? Let's have a look at on-chain data. Let's look at the retail wallets versus the whale wallets. This is a tool I've developed myself. You can get access to that in the premium membership. The link here is down below, thebitcoinstradio.com. On the left side, we've got the number of wallets that hold at least 100 tokens. So at the current price, that's $241. That's small retail. For the middle, we go at 10x from that, 1 order of magnitude up. 2.4K is the minimum holding in US dollars. And on the right, we've got the whales, 24K US dollars in the token. Now, the rally happened in this month, and those are rather long-term charts. Let's just look at the last month. This is the Ethereum-based token. This is the Arbitrum-based token. So for Arbitrum, that only been accumulation by the smaller retail people, not by medium-sized or whale wallets. For Ethereum, we see accumulation across the board. The number of whales increased by 50%. The number of medium-sized holders maybe by 30%, the number of retail holders to a similar degree. So we're seeing here yet again that the whale wallets tend to make better calls than the retail guys, right? They bought in more, they tended to accumulate more, and thus they benefited more from this rally. Because that's how crypto works in general, right? You've got a luck component and you've got a skill component. And if you play the game for long enough, money moves from the not so skilled to the more skilled. So the whales tend to make the better calls. This is again what we can see here in the Apex token. Now have a look at the Telegram users over time. There definitely been quite a spike starting in October of last year. This is not though when the price started to appreciate. And so again, what could be the cause of all of this? All the accumulation on chain is pretty gradual. Social metrics also didn't suddenly spike up. I've got a hunch here. I think there might be some manipulation by Bybit. Because look at this. On the Apex website, the very first option where you should be buying the token is Bybit. So Apex and Bybit seem to have a very, very strong cooperation, a very strong partnership. Only the second option is to buy on Uniswap, to buy on a decentralized exchange. And when we look at the trading volumes, again, the vast majority happens on Bybit. Have a look at this. 99.83% of all of trading volume is on Bybit. Only 0.09% on Uniswap. But unfortunately, we don't have the Uniswap Ethereum numbers here. This is just on Arbitrum. Ironically enough, there's no perpetual futures on this token. That's for a centralized exchange that offers decentralized perpetual futures. But probably the perps on Apex aren't shown here. Is this a good long-term investment? I obviously do not have a crystal ball and I cannot predict the future. I'm simply just presenting the data that I find. And I find a lot of potential token inflation in the future, but I also find a lot of adoption, a lot of new capital flowing into this. What I can't explain is this massive run up in the price. There doesn't seem to be any organic demand that's running up in the same degree. The demand that I found on chain is rather gradual. If you found this useful, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.